Hi guys, it's Paula and I hope you are doing well. This is going to be a monthly update for the Panner's Pan. This project was created by Elizabeth. She is at Cookie Pans over on Instagram, and I will leave her account link down below so that you could check her out. I just love her so much and she creates a lot of great projects. I'm very lucky to be one of the people she reaches out to when she has a great project idea. The whole point of this project is a huge shout out to other project panners. And so we're picking items that remind us of certain project panners. I've kind of complicated this even further by making it a progressive project where I bring in a new panner and a new product on a monthly basis, whether I finish an item or not. I'm having a lot of fun and I love having an excuse to bring in a new product to work on. I just love it. So, happy Easter to those of you who celebrate Easter. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I don't know if I'm gonna get this up today or not. I'm going to be heading over to my mom and dad's house in a few hours. We'll see if I can edit and post this before then. There's a piano behind me. I know you guys noticed. Here's the story with the piano. This piano was at my mom and dad's house for the last 40 years or so, maybe 50, I don't know. It's been there for a very long time. And it's the piano I learned how to play on. And we were interested in teaching Ron and Hazel to play the piano. They haven't had any piano lessons yet, but it helps to have a piano if you're going to take piano lessons. So the first step was getting the piano from my mom and dad's house to our house. And so it arrived a few days ago and it sits right here. This is kind of where I normally sit to film. Sometimes I'm a few feet over, but since I now have this lovely piano background, I figured I would just sit on the piano bench and film from here because this is like my little filming corner in the dining room. So that's the story with the piano. Ron and Hazel are not actually piano players yet, but they hope to be. Ron has really taken an interest in the piano, and I did take piano lessons for many years as a child, and I don't feel like I remember how to play it all. I haven't played in a couple of decades, but I did at one time play the piano. So that's the story with the piano. The other thing I wanted to tell you guys is that for Easter, we decided to get the kids a trampoline, which I hope I don't come to regret. We bought them a trampoline and my brother and I spent like 5 hours yesterday putting it together. It was quite a job. I am so exhausted, but now we're like a fly trap to every kid in the neighborhood. So kids are just showing up at our house. We do have a lot of kids in our neighborhood, which is great, but like kids that Ron and Hazel haven't played with in a year are showing up and they're all in our backyard and they're screaming their heads off. So if I seem distracted, it's because one, I'm boiling eggs for dyeing them later at my mom and dad's house and I'm worried that I'm gonna forget about them. And two, there are like 10 little munchkins in my backyard and I'm worried somebody's gonna get hurt. So I need to run and check on them like every 3 minutes. So it makes it kind of hard to film. So that's what's going on with my life. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Let's get into the update for this project. When I first started this project, I had said that my main goal was to use every item in this project one time during the month, which isn't really project panning, but the fun part of this project for me is not really finishing items, but it's more shouting out the project panners that I'm linking these items to. So I'm not really coming on here with a whole bunch of empties, although I have met my goal on 2 items so far. So this project isn't a complete fail. My focus on this project is more about shouting out certain project panners and relating the projects to them. But a couple months ago, I decided I wanted to start focusing on 3 items per month so that at the very least I would have some progress on 3 items every month. So that's been working out better for me. I'm glad I'm doing that. Let me start with the 3 focused items I chose for last month. By the way, every project panner I am talking about in this video is going to be linked down below, either their Instagram account or their YouTube channel. So obviously, if you're not already supporting them and their channels or their Instagram accounts, I hope you do. I hope you check them out and you fall in love with them because I love them and I think you would like them too. So everybody's linked down below in my description box. All right, the first focus item is this guy right here. This is my White Ginger and Amber Body Splash, and this is for Jessica Lee. I've explained this before, but we both have a lot of old stuff, and so I put this in my project as a nod to her for our old stuff, and ironically, she put a product from the same line in her project as a nod to me. So, I mean, that's hysterical. So here's my progress over the past month. I went from here to here, which is pretty consistent from the previous month, maybe a little bit less. Throughout the past month, I was still working on my Lancome Miracle perfume for like a week, and I was also working on a sample of Jazz Club from the replica, so that cut into my usage of this, but I did get about 2.5, 3 weeks of consistent use, and that's my progress. So I'm gonna keep working on this. I think it's gonna be 3 more months before I can finish this if I can keep going the way I'm going. I do have 2 or 3 more perfume samples in the advent calendar, so hopefully I won't pull those until this is gone. I would like to finish this first, but we'll see. My next focus item over the past month was the blush from this Benefit Real Cheeky Party palette. I have ended up focusing more on Dandelion. I thought I was going to be zeroing in on Rockateur, but I've just fallen in love with this Dandelion shade right here. And this is for Amanda D. Amanda is just the kindest, sweetest soul. She and Jessica together have created the Fantastic Ladies, which is a great resource on Facebook. If you're interested in project panning, I would highly recommend you join the group. You can meet a lot of other project panners, and you could get an idea of a lot of the projects that are going on within that group. Obviously, they don't have all of the projects, you know, out there, but they have a lot of projects, and I think you would like them very much if you're interested in getting into project panning. But yes, I do have a dip going on. I think you could see it more over on this side. My goal is to hit pan. Once I hit pan, this will roll out of this project. And I love using this blush everywhere. There is something, I think you guys know that I love like a reddish bronzer, something that gives me a sunburnt look. And right now I'm panning the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, which has 0 red in it whatsoever. And so what I've been really enjoying doing is putting my Physicians Formula Bronzer on first, like I do normally, forehead, you know, cheeks. And then I take this blush, and after I put it on my cheeks the way where I normally put blush, I will take some of this blush and tap it like over the bronzer. I love it. I love it so much. I feel like it looks like I've been out in the sun. So that's been working for me really well, and I've been having a lot of fun. And it makes me enjoy the Physicians Formula Bronzer much more because I do love a ready bronzer. So no pan yet, still working on it. Now, when I was preparing to film today, I had a hard time remembering what the third focus item was for last month, which is not a good sign. If you don't even remember what the focus item is, you probably did not focus on the focus item. And I did not, I will admit it. But my third focus item was from the Naked Original palette, the original Naked palette. And I was going to try and hit pan on Sin, which is this first shade here. I did not do that. And I don't think I focused on this at all. I feel horrible. But you guys know I've been just doing the same eye look every day for the majority of the past month, and it did not involve this eyeshadow at all. So, I did not focus on this focus item at all, which is too bad. By the way, I have this palette in this project for Amber F. She is the original Pan That Palette panner, and this was the palette she panned in her original Pan That palette. And I still think that was just such an inspiring series to watch on YouTube, and I loved it very much. She worked so hard on panning this palette. So this is for Amber. Okay, let's go over the rest of the products, and I will talk about what progress I made, if any. 2 products that I probably should have put as my focus products for the last month, but didn't even think to do it, are these 2 right here. I ended up using these quite a bit more in the past month than I have any other month. This is the ColourPop Lip Liner in BFF, and I have this in this project for Elizabeth. She is Kooky Pans. She's the one who created this project. And this was in our 2020 Vision project pan together, and I didn't even come close to finishing it. So I put it in this project to work on it. I use this a ton. This goes well with this lip gloss right here, which is what I'm wearing right now. This also goes well with the peachy Urban Decay shade I'm trying to finish off in my advent calendar. So I've been reaching for this a whole bunch, and do I have a new mark to make? I do have a little bit of a new mark. Here is my new mark right there. It's super tiny. It's not a lot of progress, but pencils go very, very slowly for me. So anytime I can make a new mark is exciting. It's an achievement for me because it goes slow. But I also don't love this color on me. It's a little bit browny. I would prefer something with a little bit more pink in it or a little bit more peach in it. It's just a very neutral lip liner, and because of that, it's not my favorite. But you know, it works. Most of the time I'm wearing it under something else, so it's fine. But I did use this quite a bit in the past month. This lip gloss is another ColourPop product. This is the I Love Sada E collaboration lip gloss in the shade Curvy. And this is in this project for Chic Geek. She has a beautiful channel. She is a beautiful person, and she loves a nude lip gloss. So I put this in for her, and I've been pulling for this just a ton. I've really enjoyed this. It's my ideal lip gloss might be a little bit less pigmented than this and a little bit more clear, but I don't mind it. I've been enjoying it, and I'm wearing it today right now. So I have been getting quite a bit of use out of this in the past month, but I don't see any windows in the product yet. I don't think I've used it that much, but I have used it. Okay, I'm still holding this paper, so let's talk about this guy right here. This is my Jante Blue eyeliner in the shade Electric Blue, and this is in the project for Alexi. She is panning with Alexi. She does the most amazing eye looks. She is so beautiful, and here it is right here. I do have a new mark to make. Again, super tiny, but well, actually, it's the first time I'm making a mark on this. I've had this in this project since the start, and this is the first mark I've made, but it's gonna take me forever to get through this liner, but I need to keep these in projects so that I'll use them, because honestly, I'm never gonna reach for this if I don't have it in a project, so it's fine. I'm using it as an eyeliner today. I know you can't really see it because I have a lot going on my eyes today. I used a lot of eyeshadows from this project on my eyes today, and I just kind of threw it all on, but I did actually use this as a traditional eyeliner on my top lashes, and it showed up surprisingly well. I really thought this shade wouldn't be good as an eyeliner because it would be too light, but it was actually all right as an eyeliner, so I'm glad to know that. But this is for Alexi. Now I can put this paper down. Okay, next is my nail polish from Mariella. She is Makeup by Mariella, and she has awesome manicures all the time, so I put this in for her. I am struggling with nail polish. I am right here, which is probably exactly where I was last month because I don't think I've used this at all. I did do a pedicure in the past month, but it wasn't with this polish. It was with another polish that I have in another project. So I did cut all of my nails off again, and I feel like we're getting to the point in the year where my nails will start growing back without being chipping and flaking all over the place. Like they'll actually grow back in healthy. It's a seasonal thing for me. All winter long, my nails just are horrible. I'm not getting enough sunshine and sunlight, and my skin is so dry, and I can't even bother growing them because the second they grow a little bit, they start flaking and breaking and snapping off. But once spring comes, they grow much quicker and much stronger. So hopefully that will motivate me to paint them more. I don't know, not much is motivating me to paint my nails. There's days where I want to buy polish, and then there's days where I want to just get rid of every nail polish I own because I think, you know what, I could go the rest of my life without painting my nails, and that would be totally fine. So I'm all over the place when it comes to painting my nails right now, but I'm still working on this, and I would love to finish it this year. Last month, I brought in these products right here. This was for Elaine. We do a project together called the Advent Calendar Project Pan, which is such a fun project focusing on using up samples. And so I brought in 2 samples. They were both the Urban Decay primer potions. This one was the original. I did end up finishing it off, but some of it dried out. Several of you guys suggested I depot it immediately, and I thought that was a really smart idea, so I did. I depotted it into this container, but even with it being depotted, some of it dried up, and I didn't get a chance to finish it, and I knew I couldn't use it anymore because my eyelids looked horrible. Horrible. I put this on and I was like, oh no, I had to take everything off my eyes. It was hard to get it off. It was locked on like glue. It didn't want to come off. But I had to take it off and start over with something different because it looked horrible. And after that, I didn't want to use it again. So I just scraped out the little bit that was remaining and tossed it. And I opened up the second product, which is the primer potion in the Eden formula, which is like an anti-aging formula. And this is great. I really like it. I must be old because I really like the anti-aging formula. It's a little bit more wet. It's a bit wetter of a formula, and hopefully that will prevent it from drying out. And it also makes my eyelids feel really nice and fabulous. So I'm actually really enjoying this Eden formula, and I'm glad I'm finally trying it out. So that's what I'm working on for this, but I'm already halfway through my product for Elaine. This product is a twofer, meaning there's two project panners I have attached to this product. The first project panner is Jocelyn Claire, and the second project panner is Rebecca Morgan. Both of them are fabulous project panners, and I like them both so much. Jocelyn just recently announced that she's expecting a baby, so congratulations to Jocelyn. I'm so happy for you. I don't think she's gonna be watching this, but I'm very happy for her and her little baby. Her and her husband have been trying to conceive for quite a while, so it's so exciting when somebody is finally pregnant who's been wanting a baby so badly. So I'm so happy for her. And Rebecca Morgan, of course, is just so inspirational. I picked both of them because they're both using project panning as a way to eliminate non-cruelty-free products out of their stash. And I think that's really awesome. And I've learned a lot through both of them as far as what's cruelty-free and what's not cruelty-free. It's been helpful for me to get an idea of, you know, whether I want to commit to going cruelty-free myself. So for them, I chose a Maybelline product because Maybelline is not cruelty-free. And if I was to follow their example, I would have to pan a lot of Maybelline products because I have previously bought a lot of Maybelline products. So this is the Color Tattoo in the shade Fool's Gold. I use this as an eye base. I really like it a lot. I have not used it as an eye base in the past month. This was one of those products that got ignored. I thought about using it as a base today, but I ended up going a different route with this purpley look. But I'm hoping to get back to this within the next month and get some more use out of it. Okay, let's talk about what is on my eyes. First of all, in my transition shade, I have my coral shade from my Just Peachy Mattes palette through Too Faced. I know that it didn't really work out well for me to pick a coral shade when I have a coral shade in my Pan That palette. Not the best planning on my part, but I'm so glad I'm working on this palette again. Every time or for the first time, I shouldn't even say again, this is the first time I've ever really worked on this palette. I think I've done like one eye look prior to putting this in this project. But every time I open this palette up, it just makes me smile. I love this palette so much. I think it is so inspirational and so beautiful. And I'm wearing this in my crease today and my transition area. And this shadow is in this project for Elizabeth, the other Elizabeth, the one I did my Shop My Stash series with for like 2 years. And our first video was on the shade, was it Blooming Coral? The Pantone Color of the Year shade, which I think was Living Coral, right? Kids are fighting in my backyard. Anyways, the shade was Living Coral, and my goal is to hit pan on that shade right there. So I wore it today. Not getting a lot of use out of it, but sorry, Elizabeth. Another shade I have all over my eyelid is this ColourPop shadow right here in the shade Whittle. This is for Callie. I think her channel name is just Callie Fab. How do I forget these things now that I'm in front of a camera? Yeah, I'm pretty sure her channel is just Callie Fab. And this shade is for her because she does the monochromatic project pan, and the color for the month of January was purple, so I put this in for her. And my goal is to hit pan on this shade. I do not have pan yet, but I'm wearing it today and I really love it. It makes me want my purple hair back. I know a lot of you guys are asking me if I'm gonna keep this color or go back to purple, and I don't know. My mom really likes this color better, but I kind of miss the purple, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. But yeah, this is for Callie, and I have it all over my eyelid today. The last shade from this project that's on my eyes is this single right here. This is a Luxie Beauty single in the shade Halo. Yeah, this was brand new at the start of this project. I don't think I'd used it even once, and it's looking loved. It's not got a dip or anything, but it is looking loved. There, you can't see it at all. There it is right there. It's like a duochrome. It looks pink in the pan, but it has a blue flash to it. And I have this patted all over the inner half of my eyelid today. So this shade right here is for Alex. Her channel name is Alejandra Lisette. I think she used to be called One Beauty Addict, but I don't know. She's just Alex to me. I love her so much. I love all of these people so much, but Alex is just a lovely human being, and this is for her because she definitely features a lot of indie brands on her channel and on her Instagram account, and so I picked an indie brand shadow in her honor. Okay, the last item that's been in this project and is rolling over for another month is another twofer. That means another 2 project panners represent this product. One of them is Rachel Stephanie, and the other one is Kyra from Journey in Beauty. Rachel Stephanie also got some good news in the past month. She announced that she is now engaged, so congratulations, Rachel. I am so happy for you on your engagement, and I can't wait to follow your journey outside of project panning, and I hope you guys have many, many, many years of love and happiness together. But this is for Rachel and Kyra. And my goal is just to hit a pan on any shade in this Morphe and Jaclyn Hill collab palette. Which one? I don't know. I don't know what it's gonna be. And I don't think I used this palette at all in the last month. I don't know. I don't remember using this palette at all in the past month, but the days are starting to definitely blur together. Maybe I used it once and I don't remember, but I don't remember using this palette at all in the past month. I need to make this a focus palette some month in the near future, but I don't think it's going to be this month. But this is for Rachel and Kyra. The time has come to roll in a new product as a shout out for a new project panner. It's always a big decision about who I'm going to pick. There are so many amazing project panners, and I've only scratched the surface with the 15 panners I've picked so far. The other 2 project panners, by the way, that I picked and met the goals on were Emily and Max and Mission Minimal. And I will have their accounts linked down below. Even though I hit my goal on those 2 products for them, they will be linked down below, so check them out as well. But the project panner I decided to roll in for this month is Coco. Her channel name is Some Call Me Coco, and I love her channel so much. I just think not only is she an actual like real makeup artist, like a lot of us love makeup and know a lot about makeup from watching countless hours of YouTube videos, but most of us are not actual makeup artists. She is an actual makeup artist. So the information she provides on her channel is very informative and helpful because she has been formally trained in the artistry of makeup, which is wonderful. But she also is really into nail polish. She is, oh my gosh, she is so into nail polish. It's crazy. She does a lot of nail polish videos, and she does project panning. So I just love her channel so much. There's always something new and exciting to talk about on her channel. And 2 years ago, she was panning the original Lorac Pro palette. So I decided to pull my Lorac Pro palette out and take a look at it. Now, this is not a candidate for pan in every palette because I do already have a pan in this palette right here in the shade Mauve. I say mauve. I know a lot of people say mauve. I say mauve. But I do have some really good dips going in some of the other pans in this palette, and I would like to hit another pan in this palette. And even though I am completely overwhelmed with the amount of eyeshadows I'm working on right now, I feel like with the dips I already have going on in here, and with the fact that Lorac pans are notoriously easy to hit pan on, maybe I'm not adding too much more to my plate than what's already there. So I want to hit pan on another shade in this palette. The most obvious candidate is Nude. The dip in there is huge. However, I don't want this to compete with Sin from the Naked palette. So that's tough, but I might still hit pan on Nude. I also have some pretty good dips in Champagne and Light Bronze and Taupe and Cream. So those are probably the ones I'm going to zero in on, at least one of those. I did also realize when I opened this palette up this morning that there was a big chunk of deep purple that had flaked off, and it was just kind of loose in the palette. So I ended up moving it to this little container. There's not much in here. There's just a little bit of powder. That's it right there. Just a little bit flaked off. I did apply some to the outer corners of this eye look, and I kind of loved it. So I also want to finish off the powder that's in this container, the little chunk that flaked off of deep purple. But yeah, call me crazy. I'm bringing in more eyeshadow. I cannot help myself. But realistically, I have the most eyeshadow. I have more eyeshadow than anything else in my makeup collection. So of course there's going to be a disproportionate amount of eyeshadow that I'm working on because I just love eyeshadow. Plus you can put like 5 eyeshadows on in a look, whereas you can only put on like 1, maybe 2 lipsticks, 1, maybe 2 blushes. Like you can't go there with the other categories like you can with eyeshadow. So it all makes sense to me in my head. I don't know if it really makes sense. Putting in a nail polish for Coco would have been brilliant, but I'm not even using the nail polish I'm currently panning. So I couldn't go down that road with her, unfortunately, but hopefully I will hit pan in that Lorac palette. Let's talk about my 3 focus products for the month of April. Oh my gosh, it's April. Hang on. Okay, I have chosen my 3 focus products for the month of April. 2 of them are rollovers. Once again, I'm gonna keep focusing in on this body spray. I'm making some good headway, and I can really see how low it's getting, and that's very inspiring. Plus, I have another body spray that I should be working on, plus those samples I was telling you about in Advent Calendar. It's only a matter of time before I draw one of them or 2 of them, so if I could finish this off and have one less that I'm working on, that would be good. I'm gonna keep focusing in on Dandelion from this palette for Amanda D. Hopefully I will have pan soon. I don't know if it's gonna be in the next month, but I'm gonna keep focusing in on this. And instead of the Naked palette, I'm not gonna focus on Sin this month. I would love to, but I don't know if that's realistic. I have decided to focus in on this ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in the shade Whittle for Cali Fab. I am so motivated by purple right now. Like, I just feel purple in my blood. There is a project coming up that's making me love purple, and so I want to focus in on this for the next month. I think I'm going to get a lot of good use out of this Super Shock Shadow, and if I could hit pan on it, that would be great. So again, my goal for the rest of these products is to use them at least 1 time during the month with extra focus on my 3 focus products. So that's the plan. All right, guys, that is it for this update. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sure it's going to be a long one, and I appreciate you sticking around for the whole video. And don't forget to check out everybody listed down below. I know I've already said that like 3 times, but everybody's listed down below, so go check them out, support them, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.